Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Ask Julie Ryan Show. I'm Julie, your host, and I'm so delighted you could join us this week. My intention in doing this show is to provide information, insight, and comfort to people all over the world by helping to answer life's unanswerable questions. We've got a whole bunch of callers on hold, so we'll see what their questions are. I always say it's like a crapshoot because I never know who's going to call, and I never know what their questions are, and I never know what Spirit's going to say. So it's what makes it so fun. Before I get started, though, to all the people that have been affected by Hurricane Ian in Florida, we are still remembering you in our thoughts and prayers. And my husband, Tim, and I, we donated to volunteerflorida.org. volunteerflorida.org. And I know that there are other organizations out there taking donations. And it's just something I think we can do if you have the ability to send a donation to just help those people rebuild their lives. My goodness, the devastation is just awful. So volunteerflorida.org is something that I checked out, and I think it's legit because that's what we donated to. All righty, let's go to the phones. And our first caller is Gloria. Hi, Gloria.
Hello, Julie. Thank you for taking my call.
You are so welcome. Where are you located?
New Bedford, Massachusetts.
Oh, wonderful. I could tell it was Northeast. I just couldn't tell where. So I don't have my radar on yet, but I know it would have found you. So wonderful. Okay, well, terrific. You got a question for me?
I do. It's about my cat, Delilah.
Great name.
I don't. Oh, yeah. I more about her health, and maybe you could scan her, but I don't think I'm going to be around much longer, and I want to know what I can do that's best for her. I don't know who would even take care of her after I'm gone.
Oh, you don't have any family members or friends that can take care of her?
No, I don't. And she's a little feisty, so I don't know too many people that could deal with her.
Uh-huh. Okay. So your question is there somebody in your orbit that can take care of her, or is there an organization that you can call?
I'm wondering what I should do to prepare that I know that she'll be taken care of. Do I start looking for a home, or I want to hold on to her for a little while longer, but I want to put her before myself.
Oh, Gloria, listen to you.
And I don't know what to do for her.
Okay. Well, I think start with do you have access to a computer, I would think, because you've called in, or at least your phone. I would call some
just my phone.
Local cat rescue places and see. You may want to try calling the shelter, and that may be a good place to start about rescue organizations, because there are plenty of them. And in your area, I know that there are going to be some, right. and they'll get her into a foster home, would be my guess, until they can find her a permanent home. And you may want to have that set up ahead of time before you.
That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I almost feel like I'm already starting the transition. I don't know. But I don't want to wait and not have her taken care of.
That's what I'm getting for you, Gloria, is call the local shelter and ask them if they have a list of some of the rescue, like cat rescue people in the area, and then talk to them and say, I want to keep Delilah as long as I can. And then when it's time, I'd like to know that she's going to have a wonderful home. And could you help me with that? Mm-hmm. And I think what's going to happen, Gloria, is once you start the ball rolling and talking to people, if they're not the right people, they're going to suggest somebody to you. So somebody will know somebody who will know somebody. Yeah. So
and she'll be okay.
Yeah, she's going to be fine. Why do you think that you're not going to be around long?
Because my health is failing and I'm getting so weak.
Mm-hmm.
I've been through breast cancer and I've had 2 heart attacks. And life is just getting very difficult.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you have somebody that's helping you at home?
No, just Delilah and myself.
Okay. All right. Well,
and thanks to you, I'm not afraid of what's coming.
Yeah. Absolutely. You'll be surrounded by angels and deceased loved ones and the spirits of deceased pets that will greet you.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. Well, good luck trying to find a cat rescue. I'm sure there are many organizations in your area. And if they don't know of one in your area, Gloria, ask them about ones that are in other cities that are close by. So there will be state organizations. And I talk to cat lovers all the time and cat rescue people. So you'll find one. You'll find the perfect place for her.
Oh, I feel good knowing. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for calling. Take care.
Oh, thank you.
Bye, Gloria.
You will.
Let's go to Jenny next. Hi, Jenny.
Hi.
How are you?
How are you? I'm good.
Terrific. How are you? Good. Where are you located? Are you
I'm
good?
in Cincinnati,
good.
Ohio.
Good. Cincinnati. Oh, good. I know Cincinnati.
Yeah.
I have been over that bridge over the Ohio River, coming from the south many, many times. Yeah. So
I'm sure.
Good. Wonderful. Got a question for me?
I do. I have recently come out of a very long, severe depression, and I am getting better, and I'm so excited, and I'm just wondering if you can see anything with my energy field, if I have any holes or anything like that I need to look at.
Okay, great question.
Like, my health isn't great. I haven't been taking good care of myself when I've been, depressed. So I'm trying to take care of everything now and see if I'm getting better physically.
Terrific. Okay. What Jenny's talking about, for those of you that don't have any idea, it's like we're talking in secret code, Jenny. What Jenny's talking about is we're all spirits attached to a body having a human experience, and everything is made of energy. And energy, when it's going to be used for a specific purpose, like powering a body, needs to be in some kind of a container. Like electricity coming into our homes or offices is contained in wires. Water coming into our homes, natural gas coming into our homes, those are contained in pipes. Likewise, the energy that makes our body and our spirit is contained in what I call the energy field membrane. And it's almost like a plastic bag, and it's made out of this material that feels like really thin, stretchy saran wrap. Jenny, you've probably heard me talk about it. That's how you know to ask. And it's thinner and stretchier, right? Yeah. It reminds me of the saran wrap that's on chicken breasts or vegetables or some other kind of meat that you get from the grocery store. You know how that stuff's thinner and stretchier than the saran wrap and the Glad wrap box maybe in our kitchen drawers. So when there's a tear or a hole in that, the body's leaking power. The body's leaking energy. And the cause of that is that energy leak is an energy block. A la Eastern medicine, acupressure, acupuncture, clear the block, get the chi to move, that whole concept. The energy block, in turn, Jenny, is caused by an emotional event, either in this life or a past life. So as part of the healings that I do individually, I rarely have time to do it on this show. So I love that you've asked this question. what I'm going to do is I'm going to get you on my radar. I raise my vibrational level to the level of spirit because we're all spirits attached to a body, as I mentioned. And when we're attached to a body, we vibrate more slowly. So I raise my vibrational level to the level of spirit. I learned how to do all this stuff, and I teach people how to do it. And then I'm going to watch a laser beam come from my body here in Birmingham. It's going to shoot up 65 and then up 71 and cross the Ohio River and come to you in Cincinnati. And then I'm going to have a hologram of you in my mind's eye. And it'll be as if I'm looking at an X-ray or a CT scan or an MRI. So here we go. Here comes my laser beam from Sweet Home, Alabama. I love on their red stadium where it says rounding third and heading for home on the outside of this stadium.
That's right.
That's right. I've passed it many times. And I love how they have the Bengals stadium and the Reds stadium right next door to each other, right on the river. So,
we love our sports.
That's right. Okay, got you. Shooting energy. You do have a hole. It's over your heart. It's beneath your left collarbone, your left clavicle. So I'm going in. The year's 1945. How young are you?
I'm only 54.
Okay. All right. So I figured. But, some people sound really young in there. You could have been 112 or something. So 1945, let's see if we can get some information, and then we'll correlate this with what's going on in your current life. You lived in Basel, Switzerland. Interesting. This is right after the war. This is right after World War II.
Oh, my.
Yeah, you lived in Basel, Switzerland, which is a pretty big town. It's a pretty big city in Switzerland. All right. What were you doing in Switzerland? You sold cashmere. You had a shop. I can see a shop in downtown. It's like I'm watching this scene in a movie. And you had this shop and you sold cashmere. I'm seeing sweaters, scarves, hats, things like that, blankets, things like that. You were a cashmere vendor. You're a woman. Your name was Giselle.
Okay.
Your name was Giselle.
Oh.
All right. What happened with Giselle? What's going on with Giselle? Let's see if we can get a little information about her. Giselle lost her husband in the war. That's what I'm seeing. So, so you were a widow, 2 kids, 2 and 4. Yikes. Okay. All right. So you were pregnant when your husband was killed. Okay. All right. I'm going to hold you over for the break, Jenny, because this is interesting, and I'll see what other facts we can get. Stay with us, everybody. You're listening to the Ask Julie Ryan Show. We'll be right back. Stay with us. Welcome back, everybody. Before the break, we were talking with Jenny from Cincinnati, and she had a hole in her energy field membrane. So, Jenny, while we were on hold during the break, what I got was that your husband's name was Robert, and I got that you felt abandoned and you felt like you had to take care of yourself and your kids, and so you just thought of yourself as a phoenix rising from the ashes. Does that correlate with anything that you've been going through in your life?
I feel like I'm rising from the ashes right now.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense.
I've had a lot of loss, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, how
does my spirit guide tell you that, or how do you?
No, I go into the terror hole and I'm shown a scene. It's kind of like Alice going in through the looking glass. It's like I'm watching a little TV movie.
Oh.
But the interesting thing about past lives, and past lives are really fun, is we all come in with something that we want to explore and experience in this lifetime, and it's kind of like a real generalized script. And then I'll see semblances of that script that will happen through multiple lifetimes. Different time, different place, different set of circumstances, same basic script, like Phoenix rising from the ashes, feeling abandoned, having a loss of someone that you loved.
The abandoned thing is a big one for me because I was adopted in this life as a child. So I have some abandonment issues. I guess I'm still learning that one.
Well, so what this does is once we identify the where that energy block began, we get it out by the root, and all the other emotional energy that's piled on top of it over the years, and eventually causing enough pressure causes a blowout in this membrane. And by illuminating it, we eradicate it. It allows the energy-filled membrane to heal, allows your body to work on full power, which helps your body heal and helps it maintain health. So it's really, I think it's the most important part of a healing is the energy-filled membrane. But when I have you for an hour on a private session, then we go through that. So thank you for asking that question. I really appreciate it. And good luck with everything.
Thank you.
You bet. Take care.
I really appreciate it. Bye.
Oh, you're welcome. Bye. Let's go to Bob next. Hi, Bob.
Hey, how are you?
I'm terrific. How are you doing?
Any better, I'd have to be a twin.
What's that mean?
Excuse me.
I never heard that saying before. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that's hysterical.
Yeah, if I
All
was
right.
any better, I'd have to be a twin because life's so good. But I do
Okay.
have a question, and I've been emailing back and forth. Rachel's been gracious and generous to help me try and get some things. I am on your calendar, but
Great.
I'm calling you from St. George, Utah,
Okay.
and my question is a medical scanning related question.
Yes, sir.
And I'm not quite sure how to ask the question, but, and I guess I've been hesitant to give too many details. Call me a skeptic, call it whatever, but I'm wanting to see what the opportunity might be of what you see. You were highly recommended to me by one of my coaches that I've been working with for 2.5 years. So
Okay.
that's why I'm here.
When we're on the show, Bob, what I prefer is that you tell me something you want me to see just from a logistical time standpoint. When we're together, I always go in blind to see what shows up. But if there's something in particular you'd like me to scan, we need to do that for from a time standpoint on the show. So is there something in particular you want me to check?
Yes.
Okay, what is
June,
that?
When I was in Nashville speaking at a conference, I had an anal fissure that ruptured. This is the third time in my life I've had this experience, and I am really, really struggling to experience the healing that I would like to have to be able to live my life and go forward with that. So I'm not quite sure what's happening there.
Okay, did you have surgery? What did the doctors say?
No.
You have not.
No,
You're just...
and I had some good healing that was occurring. I went into the surgeon. He says, Bob, based on what I'm seeing, I wouldn't do surgery on you right now. If it gets worse or, et cetera, come back and see me. It has gotten a little bit worse. Excuse me, I'm sorry. It's been a little bit worse from where that was about a month and a half ago. And there's some interesting hemorrhoid processes going on, but I just don't know what I've got happening down there. I was back into my doctor last week, and they give me some kind of industrial grade medication that can help me knock this thing out, but it's not happening.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm already connected into you.
Hasn't happened yet.
Okay. I'm already connected into you. I can see where it is. What I'm watching is the fissure, which for those of you that don't know, it's like a tear in the rectum. And so I'm watching it get stitched up, Bob, and then I'm watching stem cell energy get on top of it. I'm watching the hemorrhoids get lasered. It's like they're being scooped out with a laser. Think of an ice cream scoop in the form of a laser. It's getting scooped out. And then I'm watching stem cell energy get applied. And what that's doing is that's going to regenerate that tissue down there. The stem cell energy is the absolute coolest stuff because it'll regenerate any body part we need. It looks like a light amber colored gel, has sparkles in it because it's woo-woo. You gotta have sparkles and woo-woo. And it has a watery consistency to it. It reminds me of Dippity-Doo hair gel when I was a kid in the 60s and 70s. And so there's a vortex spinning outside of your cute butt cheeks, and that centrifugal force is what transforms the stem cell energy into whatever body part we need. And so that is healing right now. Now, the healings integrate into the body. That can happen instantly, Bob. It can take days, weeks, months. It may need some kind of complementary care like surgery or like medicine or something like that. But it's always our spirit's prerogative to utilize the healing in a way that's going to best facilitate whatever it is our spirit's exploring. Jenny and I were just talking, the caller before you, about our spirits come in to explore things. And obviously your spirits wanted to explore this. It's kind of a wild ride, I'm sure, for you. And you're thinking, really? Why would I choose this? But there's good stuff coming out of it. So hopefully that will help. That healing will help.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I guess I'll just
You're
trust
welcome.
what I've heard tonight. I'm not quite sure there's more that I should do at this point, but I appreciate you addressing that for me.
You bet. Thanks for calling. Have a nice evening. Bye, Bob. All righty, let's go to Diana next. Hi, Diana.
Hi, how are you?
I'm terrific. How are you?
I'm here.
Well, that doesn't sound very good. What's going on with you, girl? Where are you, first of all?
I'm in Elkhart, Indiana.
Okay. What's happening in Indiana?
And
How may I help you?
it's the same always. Do you have a message from my husband?
Okay.
And you get a message from my husband.
Tell me your husband's name again, Diana.
His name is Willie.
Willie. That's right. Okay. All right. So I'm connecting to you and from you to Willie. Do you have a question for Willie?
Just how is he?
He's fabulous. He says you got to get out of the house more and you need sunlight. He's saying you're being a hermit. Are you being a hermit?
I don't know.
You don't know if you're being a hermit? Okay. He's saying you got to get out of the house and you got to get sunlight. He wants you to even just sit in a chair in the sun for a minimum of 30 minutes a day because he says you're just being a hermit and it's not helping you at all. So get out of the sun or get out of the house and get some sunshine. If you can walk a little bit, that would even be better. Get some exercise. And that'll help too.
Harley?
If you can get
Is
some
he
exercise,
okay?
like walk around. Yeah, he's in heaven. Absolutely. He's great. He's great. So he wants you to get out of the house and get some sunshine. Thanks for calling. All righty, let's go to Scott next. Hi, Scott. Hi, Scott.
Hello.
Hi. How are
Can
you?
you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Good. I'm doing good. Thank you for taking my call.
You're welcome. Where are you?
Central Wisconsin.
Okay. Terrific. You got a question for me?
I do. I've been dealing with a chronic illness for over a year and a half, which has kept me from working.
Oh, no.
And I'm wanting to know if you see any changes in the condition.
Yeah. What's your illness?
Chronic Lyme disease.
Oh, boy. All right. Let me get you on my radar and let's see what's going on with that. So here comes my laser beam from Sweet Home, Alabama, heading up to you in Wisconsin. All right. Got you. Yeah. A lot of inflammation. You got mold exposure too. Do you have a mold problem in your home? Have you had water leaks or something else?
Yes, in the basement.
Yeah. I think it's
but
more
I
of a mold issue.
Yeah.
I think it's more of a mold issue than a Lyme issue, Scott. Even if you have a tick bite that you see, it's some huge percentage, like in the 90%, mid to high 90%, people that are diagnosed with Lyme have mold exposure, and that it's a lot of the same symptoms, and it's misdiagnosed mold exposure. So have you gotten the basement remediated yet?
It's not my home. I rent.
Okay. All right.
But I live in the top floor. I live on the second floor.
Yeah, but the HVAC is probably in the basement, right?
Well, I have I don't have any air in my unit, so there's no exchange from the basement, except when I go down to do laundry.
Yeah. Well, but that's tough when it's in a home. It gets in the walls, and then you just don't know where it's going to be. So,
True.
yeah. There's a book by a doctor in San Diego, Scott, named Neil Nathan, and it's called Toxic. And you want to get a hold of that and read it because he's going to help you be able to detox your body from the mold. And also there's a group called I think it's weinspect.com. It's mold finders. And although that's not your home, you'll learn a lot from their website.
And what was the name of the book?
Also from them. The book is called Toxic by Dr. Neil Nathan. Nathan, and he's in San Diego.
Thank you. And I have been working with them.
If you go to his website, you'll learn a lot from his website. And just do an internet search, and you can listen to some of his interviews, and you'll learn a lot on that as well. And then that'll help. And then try and find another place to live that doesn't have a mold problem in it. So I hope that helps, and I hope you feel better. You bet.
Doctor.
Thanks, Scott.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Stay with us, everybody. We're going to take another quick break. When we come back, we'll get some more callers on and see what their questions are. You're listening to the Ask Julie Ryan Show. We'll be right back. And we're back. Let's go to Kim next. Hi, Kim.
Hi, Julie. I'm so excited to be on here.
Oh, good. Well, I'm excited to have you. Thanks for calling in. Where are you located?
I'm located in Lake Tahoe, California.
Oh, beautiful. Wonderful. How may I help you this evening?
Yeah, it's kind of you can help me by, I think, a medical scan as well. I've been here 37 years. I came from Penn State, Pennsylvania, and now I'm on oxygen 24/7. I had a bout with COVID, and my lungs just are not doing well. And I just don't know if it's temporary or it's scary after being here so many years.
Oh, okay. So you went on to oxygen when you got COVID?
Yeah. Well, actually, I had been on oxygen at nighttime only for the last 3 years because I had many surgeries, but only at night. And I was able to always recoup in the day and walk and live productively. And then, just the COVID put me in the hospital and and I haven't been able to get back yet.
Okay. All right. Kim, I've connected into you already. My laser beam came from me here in Birmingham, hooked into you in Lake Tahoe. And it's like I have a hologram of you in my mind's eye. And it's as if I'm looking at an X-ray or a CT scan or an MRI. And I see a lot of scar tissue. I'm looking at you from behind. Imagine there's a hologram of you in my mind's eye. I'm looking at you from behind. And especially in your right lung, I'm seeing a lot of scar tissue. Scar tissue in the lungs looks like that fake spider web material. You know, we're in October. Halloween's a couple of weeks away. You see it in the stores. You know, you can buy it in a bag, and then you stretch it out, and you can put it on a bush or in a window or something like that. So I'm cutting it out of your right lung right now, and then I'll cut it out of your left lung. Now it's being cut out of your left lung. What it's doing is it's tethering your lungs as if the sides are tied so your lungs can't expand all the way. Were you a smoker at some point, Kim, or did you live with a smoker?
I was.
Yeah. Okay. The reason say that again, I'm sorry.
Both. Yeah, I lived with one back east my whole life. Grew up, with one, and I was.
Well, what I'm seeing is I can always tell if somebody's been a smoker because there's this layer of tar that's at the bottom of the lungs. And it reminds me of tar paper that they use on an industrial roof when they're redoing the roof. And you know, that asphalt smell can be really strong. So I'm removing that off of the bottom of both of your lungs. It's sticky and it looks like tar. paper. And so I'm removing that. And then it's really raw under there. So I'm using stem cell energy. When I say it's spirit working through me and with me, certainly.
I know.
So
Thank you. Yeah.
I'm watching. It freaks people out when I say we. They don't. It doesn't register. So I just say.
No, I get it. My daughter,
Yeah.
I get it. I asked Spirit before you answered. Yes, I know. I get it.
Yeah.
I'm so grateful.
So stem cell energy, light amber colored gel, sparkles in it, reminds me of Dippity Doo. That's been being applied. And there's a vortex spinning inside both lungs. And that centrifugal force from the vortex is what transforms the stem cell energy into new lung tissue. So hopefully that will help. I am not seeing an infection in your lungs. So I think that's a really good news. I'm not seeing inflammation.
Thank
I'm
you.
not seeing an infection. So hopefully just by removing that scar tissue energetically, that's going to help you heal. And if you listen to this show on the recording, if you listen to it on a podcast, listen again to me doing this healing, because if you can envision what I was talking about, it'll help integrate the healing into your body. All right.
I can listen to it. I can listen to a repeat on the podcast. Thank you.
You bet. Okay. Good luck, Kim. I hope
Thank
you feel
you.
better.
Thank
Thanks
you so
for
much.
calling. You bet.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you very much. Bye-bye.
All righty, let's go to Rosna next, and let's see if I can find you here. Here you are. All right. Hi, Rosna.
Hi. I'm calling from England, London, UK. I'm not sure why the number is showing something else, but I'm calling you from London in the United Kingdom.
Well, it's the middle of the night there. Thank you for calling and staying up so late. My goodness.
To make an appointment with you, but obviously you are booked up till January or February, I guess. So I thought maybe I can, have a chat with you online before that, because I have a lot of health issues, and
Okay,
I was
pick
wondering,
one.
I would be grateful
Pick one.
if you could do.
Yeah, pick one, and we'll work
Okay,
on
so
that just from a time standpoint.
Okay. Do you please do a scan to see if I have a leaky gut or not? Because I have autoimmune disease, so I want to pinpoint what has caused this autoimmune disease.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay, here comes my laser beam from the southeast U.S., from Sweet Home, Alabama, as I like to say, heading northeast, really far, over to you in London. All right, got you. Shooting energy from your feet up through the top of your head. You absolutely have leaky gut. You've got lots of inflammation in your body. So what I'm watching is I'm watching the inflammation get calmed down. Inflammation, Rosna, looks like red fog on body parts to me. And so I'm getting that calmed down with anti-inflammatory energy, which is a royal blue color. And then I can get underneath it and I can see what's going on. You have yeast overgrowth. Have you been on a lot of antibiotics? Have you been exposed to mold? What's going on with that? You had any water leaks in your home?
No, I don't have this problem, no.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm seeing a lot of yeast overgrowth, and a lot of the time it'll be mold exposure, and we just don't even realize it. It's in our home or perhaps our office, or if we're in a school or someplace where we go to work. And certainly a lot of the buildings. Say that again. I'm sorry.
This yeast growth you are seeing, where is it located in my body?
Yeah, it's in your gut. You have leaky gut. All autoimmune is leaky gut.
Okay.
100% of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So stay low on the food chain. God made it, eat it. If man made it in a factory, do your best to avoid it. Food is the best medicine.
Mm-hmm.
There's a gut biome test you can do. If you email me, Rosna, we'll send you the link to that. That will tell you what the ecosystem is in your gut, and it will tell you what are going to be the best foods for you to eat. And then stay away from fermented foods in the short run. Anything fermented you want to avoid. If you're going to eat fruit, peel it because there's tons of yeast on the peel. Freeze and reheat leftovers if you have that. And then there's a medicine called nystatin, Nystatin, and that's an antifungal. And that will help you too. You'll need to get that from a doctor. But there's a wonderful doctor in London I can recommend. Do you have a pen?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Her name's Dr. Are you ready?
1 second. I'm just, go ahead.
Okay. Her name's Dr. Maria Amasanti, and it's
Maria.
AMASANTI. Dr. Maria Amasanti, and her website is dramasanti.com. And she works with people all over the world, but she's in London. And I would highly recommend that you go find her. She's in London. She's on Harley Street? Harley Street?
There is a street called Harley Street. I can Google her in Harley Street. I'm sure I'll get her on the Google.
You will. And she's very affordable.
Okay. I will try her. If I book a session with you, could you do some sort of healing service? The light healing.
Yes, absolutely. And the key with getting on my calendar, Rosna, is get on my calendar wherever you can. And then check the confirmation email. There'll be a reschedule button on there. Click on that periodically when you think about it, because people reschedule all the time. And a lot of times you can get in within a couple of days. So just click on the reschedule button.
That's what I was thinking.
Get on my calendar. Yeah, that's the best thing to do. Because people schedule a couple months out. People schedule a couple of months out, and then they get busy and they forget about it, and then they think, oh my gosh, I've got this appointment and I can't come, and then they reschedule. So a lot of times you can get in within a day or so. What were you saying, Rosna?
Yeah. So I was asking you, do you see any problem with my kidneys at the moment?
They look inflamed. Everything looks inflamed. So when we have a whole hour to talk, then I'll be able to do a full scan on you, and we'll see what's going on and see what we can do to help get you well. But get in touch with Dr. Maria. Anybody listening, she's brilliant. She's Oxford educated. She's a regular MD. She's a general practitioner, but she's a functional medicine doctor. She consults with people all over the world via Zoom. And if you're in England, or especially in the London area, go see Dr. Maria. She's just terrific. Okay. Thanks, Rosna.
Okay.
Looking forward to talking with you for an hour.
Thank you.
You bet. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Thanks for staying up late to talk to us. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Okay, let's see if we can get one more caller in real fast. Hi, Rebecca. Got a quick question for me? Are you there? Rebecca?
Oh, hi, my goodness. Hello.
Hi. I've only got a minute left.
Yes. Yep. Can you tell me something about my father?
He's around you all the time, and he's showing me daffodils, yellow daffodils. I'm not sure why, but those may be a flower that you like, but he's showing me yellow daffodils. So look for daffodils, and they don't necessarily have to be in a garden. They can be in an ad or magazine or whatever. All righty, everybody, that's it for this week. Thanks for joining us. Please follow me on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook, and I'll meet you here next week. Sending you lots of love. Mwah, from Sweet Home, Alabama. Bye, everybody.
Thanks for joining us. Be sure to follow Julie on Instagram and YouTube at Ask Julie Ryan, and like her on Facebook at Ask Julie Ryan. To schedule an appointment or submit a question, please visit AskJulieRyan.com.
This show is for informational purposes only. It is not intended to be medical, psychological, financial, or legal advice. Please contact a licensed professional. The Ask Julie Ryan Show, Julie Ryan and all parties involved in producing, recording, and distributing it assume no responsibility for listeners' actions based on any information heard on this or any Ask Julie Ryan shows or podcasts.